Hi, so welcome to DCA. So today we have one unique topic, since the civil service result came. So a lot of people might be pumped up, right? Especially, those who are preparing for CDS, CAPF or NDA exams. So keeping the session in general to the UPSC exam discussion, since these exams conducted by UPSC are considered as one of the toughest one to crack, right? Right now we are talking about the written exam part. So we have some general discussions today to have a look into. Like some people say that you should have the talent to crack the UPSC exam, maybe NDA, maybe CDS or CAPF. Talent का क्या role है? Some people say is the talent sufficient enough? Do we need specific talent in order to crack these things? So let's have a discussion over this, right? So talent is not the sufficient thing. What you need is attitude. That is attitude to crack the exam. So in order to put up my points, we can take the example of some of the most common thing which happen in our life. Like if you talk about India is a cricket crazy nation, and if you are following cricket, and if you had followed cricket, you might be aware of some names like Vinod Kambli and Sachin Tendulkar, right? So Vinod Kambli and Sachin Tendulkar, they were the counterpart. वो same parallel आए थे वो team में, but when Vinod Kambli faced Courtney Walsh and Ambrose, the bouncers, he was dazzled. He had the talent. In fact, even if you read the articles today, you can see that articles pen out that Kambli had more talent than Tendulkar. Nobody talks about the talent in Tendulkar. Always, people always talk about, even the best cricketing article writers also talk about Tendulkar had the patience. Tendulkar tried to counter those balls, but Kambli was completely dazzled. Kambli had less patience, right? So despite having talent, Kambli had played less number of test match, right? Very less. In fact, I think, if I'm not wrong, in between 15 to 20, 15 se 20 test match khela. But you can see Tendulkar, right? He has done a wise decision with his talent, putting in attitude to face the ball. He had faced, the most of the ferocious ballers, जो सबसे बढ़िया बॉलर होते हैं, उन सबों को फेला और 20-22 साल तक क्रिकेट खेला. That's attitude, right? One more, recently passed away, Nabab Pataudi, Tiger Pataudi. If you look over name, he has, उनके एक आंख में problem था. There was some accidental damage in one of his eye, and he was looking over the ball over one eye only. Throughout his life, after some 2-3 match के बाद ये दुर्घटना हुई थी. After 23 years of age, he was facing the cricket balls with one eye. And he has some illusions. He said that in his book he has written that he always used to see two balls coming towards him. But after facing 60-70 deliveries, he found out the ball which was at the lower side, two balls coming towards him, due to defect in vision, the lower side ball was the correct one which he need to hit, and he hit it, right? And he was one of the ruling. That's why it was called Tiger Pataudi. Actually, he was Nawab Pataudi. Right. So there are many names, there are many examples, many standing peoples who can prove that talent is not only the thing. You should have an attitude that, okay, I am going to write the exam. Okay, so I have to follow my strategy. Okay, these are the syllabus. I need to pen down. I need to find out the lacuna. Everybody has the same number of questions within that time. If you talk about NDA exam, if you talk about CDS exam, sometimes people complain. We do also complain that time was slightly less, but everybody has the same number of questions, same duration. What you need to do is pick and choose, right? You need to click the right button. That is what you need to do. So that's why I say that attitude is a must thing. You should possess the attitude to crack the exam. Otherwise, this will be completely wastage of your talent. The second thing, vision versus plan, right? Everybody dreams, right? Okay, I am going to crack this exam. This time I am going to rock in the serious exam. I think I can score 500 in the NDA exam this time because I am better prepared. I am good with mathematics or maybe English, right? But this is what you dream. What actually is your plan? Can NDA exam be cracked in this 30 days? I am not saying starting from zero, right? So let's suppose you have an exam 1 month ahead of today. And what is your vision and how actually you are following that plan? Are you putting your effort towards the plan? क्या आप अपने प्लान को फॉलो कर रहे हैं? That is very important, because dream, vision और plan में बहुत difference होता है. You need to know what is your lacuna. You need to know where the UPSC is going to cater you. Now, generally, if you see over, the cutoff of the UPSC exam is more or less 50% in almost all the exams. Even in civil service prelims exam, NDA exam cutoff is 35 to 40%, which is quite less. That means UPSC जानबूझ के ऐसे क्वेश्चन देती है जो कट ऑफ 70-80 ना जाए, which you need to understand. UPSC always make sure कि ये 30 क्वेश्चन है, this 30 questions out of 100 is tough and I want students not to attempt that. अगर UPSC चाहती है that you should not attempt, then why you are wasting your time to attempt those questions, right? 70% is too big number in terms of UPSC exams, right? So that means आपने वो pick out करना है कि what is your strength, what is paper weakness, which subject can be scored, and that's the thing which you need to do. You need to hit the bullseye in order to get a good score, right? Dreaming is not the plan. You should have a long-term vision. You should have a weekly plan or maybe day-wise plan, or something which you can work upon, right? The reliable plan. The third point, the number of hours, or you can say the quality study. Some people say that we study, sir, apne ko kitne ghante padhna chahiye? Even NDA guy just asked this question, which is completely, I think ridiculous actually, because in NDA you have more or less mathematical portion as well as science, which is quite logical. That doesn't depend upon the number of hours you put upon. It completely depends upon the amount of quality study you have invested in your daily life, right? It's a gradual thing. You cannot boost your score in mathematics or science in one day. It's a gradual thing. You need to follow a particular plan, right? So rather than studying for the 10 hours or 6 hours a day, if you are putting up 4 hours of quality study, doing quality questions, quality notes, right? At the end of the exam, if you talk to any of the civil service topper or maybe some UPSC exam toppers, maybe some JEE, IIT JEE toppers as well, they will tell you that before 1 month of exam, I have hardly 150 or 120 page of notes which I need to revise before the exam. That's it. You cannot have 5,000 questions in your hand. Okay, I will revise all these points before the exam. This is a severe blunder. You are going to be nowhere if you are following the same thing, right? Don't compile the stuff. Try to shrink your notes and those notes be highly qualitative. Otherwise, things are going to be disastrous. Right, so this is general thing which I was interested since the results came up and many of the people were discussing on different forums. Even if we have the 30 days left for NDA, if you talk about NDA exam specifically because that is approaching, I would rather advise you invest your time in quality questions, practicing down the things which you have your strength, as well as finding out the things at least I can do these things. Target should be clear that okay, section A, B, C I am where I can hit upon. I am slightly weaker in E and I need that. I need to know, okay, this is the question I need to quit, right? It should be particularly clear. Tendulkar once upon said that when Tendulkar was the captain and there was a match against Pakistan, Wasim Akram was the captain at the time, and after the toss, Tendulkar has referee asked Tendulkar, or you can say the anchor asked Tendulkar, and in fact after the result of the match as well, so Tendulkar said that the matches are played in the mind. It's not the ground which is the only match. So before the exam day, you are actually making it sure that whether you are going to make it to the list or not. So try to be specific, be prepared. Mental preparation is very important, right? So I hope this discussion you can put down in your daily life of your examination, which can help you to boost your score in all the UPSC exam, whichever you are appearing for. Thank you. All the best.